Well, it's that time of year again where I dust off my crystal ball and gaze into the future and what 2020 will bring to the US economy and the US housing markets. The economy is very likely to continue to expand next year, but it will be growing at more modest rates. I expect roughly 2% growth. We will continue also to add jobs, but it's going to be a lot lower than we've seen in the last several years. We will probably add about 125,000 jobs per month on average through the balance of the year. Much is being talked about right now about the potential for a recession to happen in the US in 2020. Right now, I'm putting the odds probably around 40-45% that we'll see that in 2020. But if it doesn't happen next year, then it's about an 80% likelihood we'll see a recession in 2021. But it will be fine. It'll be a very modest contraction. And most importantly, it will not affect housing. Housing prices during recessions, other than the last one, do tend to just flatline. And that's what I would expect to see. So I'm not worried about its effect on housing, quite frankly, at all. Existing home sales in the US will essentially be flatlining in 2019 in comparison to 2018, but I do expect to see an increase of about 2.5% next year. We'll probably be selling about 5.5 million housing units. Home price growth has been slowing, but I still expect to see prices up by 3.9% year over year. So that's still a very, very solid number and actually above the long-term average. New home sales will also rise to about 700,000 units, but we won't see much in the way of price growth. Why is that? It's remarkably expensive to build. So I see average new construction prices rising, but only by about 1.5%. Mortgage rates, very important topic. Are they going to go up? Yes, but remarkably modestly. I am not seeing 4% mortgage rates happening in the US really until probably 2021. So they are going to stay, relatively speaking, remarkably low. First-time buyers will buy more homes in America next year, and I would argue for the next several years than any other age cohort. They're a growing part of the economy and certainly a growing part of the housing market. Expect to see them coming out of their apartments and buying homes. Finally, we're actually going to see a housing market which is trending back to normal, and that's important. Why is it important? Well, we haven't seen a normal housing market, I would argue, in almost 20 years. It's about time, and I expect to see that happening through the course of the next couple of years.